What is going on, guys? My name is AJ, and we are here playing This is the Police. Yet again, this is an indie title that came out on Steam on the 2nd of August, 2016. So we're going to jump back into it. It's a very interesting game. This is going to be my shift B here. Got this guy. He's like the man. You guys haven't, you have to watch the first episode to understand what the heck's going on. So we're going to go ahead and do end of day and see what happens.
Used to be, when I asked Kendrick to stay late at the office, he liked to grumble and crack wise. Nowadays, he doesn't have the strength for it. Slumped shoulders, blank stare, wrinkled skin. The past few weeks, I don't hardly recognize my old friend. In his younger years, he reminded me of a gallant royal officer in an old Kipling story. Kendrick isn't just crumbling under the weight of the public pressure, but from the shame of it all. Internal Affairs raided the library he inherited from his grandfather, hoping they'd find buckets of cash stashed in the pages. Heard about the look on his face, the fearless policeman standing helpless in horror. I've known Francis for 30 years. The past 20 years he's played loose with the law. And I know that at a certain point, every stolen dollar brings more misery than anything else. Probably sounds crazy, but I sympathize with the guy. What can I do? Your friends are your friends, and these are the waters we swim in.
Called all of the people on that list today. Now they know you're in business, so you could get a call from any of them. You don't need to worry about any of them. I've cleared them all.
And what kind of business are we talking here?
It's nothing too serious, just like you asked. Should be just a few small favors. Payments will vary depending on the situation and who you're dealing with. How much are you looking to earn?
$500,000.
$500,000? Why not a whole million?
Because everybody wants to take $1 million. Figured I'd try something different.
$500,000 in 180 days? Well, you could earn it all above board if you netted all the big fish and hit all your bonuses.
Never knew you for a fisherman.
Well, you never got into my business, and I'm not trying to get into yours. But be careful about bringing in any other cops. Sooner or later, they'll put the finger on you. And one more thing, Jack. I remember what you said, but I should probably add one more name to that list. Christopher Sand.
Sand. Christopher G. Sand. Everyone knows the name, but few could tell you who he is. The old man stays away from the spotlight. Always wears old-fashioned jeans and knitted sweaters. Gives to charity. Rarely attends social events. An avid hunter, I hear. Even dabbles in poetry. You'd never guess he's the head of the oldest and most powerful gang in the city. Goes back as far as his great-grandfather. And Sand is strict about following the old rules. He rarely involves himself in commonplace murders and robberies. Hardly needs to intimidate anyone to get his point across. The people who work for him each have their sphere. They provide protection where needed, even work with the authorities when they want to make a deal. Meanwhile, Sand pulls the strings without getting his hands dirty. People sometimes mistake his quiet approach. A couple years ago, an arms dealer decided to expand its business without asking permission, and his whole family paid the price. In 4 weeks, Sand killed 31 people. Old men, women, even a few teenagers. And Sand's people made sure every paper reported it. Frank, I don't want to hear you say that name again.
Jack, please, listen to me. I'm in with these guys.
We agreed, Frank. That's not the kind of business I'm into. I don't go there. Never have, never will.
I'm kind of confused as to what he's planning on doing exactly. Am I going to bed with these bad guys? I don't understand. Construction of cinema museum postponed again. Francis Kendrick announces retirement date. and legendary singer Gennaro Caspo comes to Freeburg. Okay. Okay, I get it. He drives a crappy Jeep. Why do I have to see that every day? When a police officer is too tired to be effective, he will ask for a day off. Sometimes officers will request days off even when they're at full strength. Some of the reasons you'll hear are far-fetched, while some are very serious. Don't overindulge your subordinates. But don't antagonize them either. Remember that everyone's got secrets, and you got to make sure these guys have your back. I drank too much. I don't think I can hold it together. Can I go home? I need to take my car to shop. Okay, see, he's a respectable. He's an average guy, so he doesn't generally shirk his duties. So we'll have him come in tomorrow. In addition to their performance ratings, police officers also possess ranks. Employees begin at the lowest rank and can be elevated in rank with 1, 2, or 3 stripes once a week. You can pass out stripes and improve the rank of an employee if you think that no one is worthy of the honor. Some week you can postpone ceremony until later. Insignias won't go out until your people are ready. Employees of rank not only increase their professionalism, but also learn to command. Whenever a ranking officer is on the scene, his or her colleagues are more likely to perform better than usual. Sometimes when a cop gets a rank, they start thinking more seriously about their service. This means less drinking, more time spent on the job. Some of them might even turn out to be dependable. Okay. Okay, I'm not giving out stripes right now. So I lost 2 people. He actually looks like a drunk. Okay, let's start the day. I'll give out stripes a little bit later. Turntable. Is it one of the cities where you listen to what they say or nothing at all? You can always select any song from your collection and play it at any time, just like real life. Well, the life of your grandfather. I don't really. This looks this one. Pierce Pickering Barrel House Jazz Band. Yeah, sure. Let's learn how to hire and fire cops.
Don't you leave me here.
Affairs.
Don't you leave me here.
Police station. Labor market.
If you must
You have a certain number of paid job openings for which you can hire any available applicant. Job slots are separated between officers and detectives. Okay.
and the hen ran around.
I don't want to hire her. Okay, good. I can pick someone.
If you want
170.
my brick, you see, you'll have to run me down.
Ooh. Let's hire for shift A, which is the one I'm on. Want to free up a slot? Time to fire somebody. I don't want to fire anybody yet. If you have legal grounds for termination, no one will ask any questions. You might need to fire them away anyway. Legality be damned, but that could land you in additional proceedings and your other staff will become more worried about keeping their jobs than they are about actually doing their jobs. Another way to free up a slot is have a police officer killed, but that's really not a valid option, right? Ooh.
Don't you leave me here.
Yeah, too old. That's fine. Get out of here. Get out of here, you old fart. Okay. Shift B. I have 3 detectives on shift here. None up here. So let's go labor market. Let's get her as a detective. Hire for shift A. Okay. Alright, close. Close. Okay. We received a frightened call from a local cathedral this morning. The abbot discovered that someone entered the old cemetery during the night. The old yard's tombstones are painted with satanic symbols, and some have been broken into pieces. It seems there are even marks from a shovel, but the abbot would say no more. Let's send Stovall. Well, he's getting fired. I don't know. We'll go ahead and send him. Roy, you're fired, but go ahead and do your job. Sorry, buddy. It happens. Oh, God. Businessman Harley Jones, looking out his window, saw 2 teenagers scratching offensive slogans on his new car. Let's go with you. You. Yeah, that'll be fine. I don't think I'll need 3 officers. Actually, 3 officers for that. Not to mention I'm worried since I'm a little short-staffed. What do we got? Offender caught. Officers unharmed. Good.
1210 in progress.
Eddie's Burgers. A waitress named Mila reports that she just served a chicken Eddie and a Diet Coke to a dangerous criminal who she's seen on television just this morning. The culprit is sitting at a window eating a burger. I'll go ahead and send 2 officers for backup. Ooh. Offenders escaped. Officers unharmed. Guys, come on. So I get with sending my crappy guys out there.
1210 complete.
Had mistaken retired Officer Frank Nero for a fugitive in question. You gotta be careful though, just in case. What is this? Mr. Boyd, my bouncer, stuffed himself with Mexican food again, and now he can't get off the can. Meanwhile, the line outside the club is stretching around the block. We need someone outside who can tell the cool guys from the punks. Okay. Listen, Van Dahl. It seems like an off-duty thing, so I don't know. Kind of weird. 1,700 hours. Getting later in the day. I like this little map. It's kind of cool.
1111
What we got?
progress.
An anonymous call just came in. A clown carrying balloons at the skating rink is selling crack to teenagers. Let's send Stovall, and we'll use Grant as backup.
.411 in progress.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Boyd. Huh? I'm Sam. I don't... okay. Thanks. A naked man carrying a canister of gasoline has threatened to set himself on fire unless his favorite chewing gum becomes popular again. Really? Alright, send Roy as backup. Yeah, there you go. I missed the report, but I was worried about the other thing going away. Looks like our day's about to end here.
We've got a situation here.
Drug sales. As police arrive, a clown is seen making balloon animals for the kids. Cover up in a raincoat and pretend to be an illicit customer. Ooh.
1111 complete.
Yeah. Good job. Good job, guys. Way to go. That's my team.
411.
Stovall's the man. Okay. Suicide threat. What we got? Offender escaped. Officers unharmed. You guys really suck. It's probably Roy's fault, to be honest. He's like, I'm getting fired. Well, F you. Okay, end of day. Let's do it. Yeah, he's gone. Shift B. We got some good-looking people on here, except for this guy. What? Oh, yeah, I told him to come back tomorrow. Okay. End the day. Let's see what happened. July 18th. Feminist organization denied official registration. Robbery spree to reveal his identity when time is right. Enemies using feminists to destroy Freeburg. Okay, well, interesting.
Whenever I'm alone at home and there's a knock at the door, I always hope it'll be my wife, Laura. She's always forgetting her keys.
Hello, my name is Steve, and you're Jack Boyd, is that right?
To get to my front door, the Bible boys walked about a mile from the local bus stop, jumping over mud puddles and skirting a couple of landfills. Laura doesn't go in for religion either, but according to her, these brave lunatics with their fake smiles deserve at least a minute of attention. She patiently listens to them, asks them questions, regales them with pastries, and never once dropping a hint of condescension. When I watch her do it, I've got to admit it gets me. I'd have hugged those boys, sat with them on the porch and lit up a cigar. But a month after Laura left, all I could do was quietly ask them not to bother me. Today I'm a little rougher still. Shut the door on his nose this time. Another couple weeks at this rate and I'll be greeting anyone who comes close with my service pistol pointed towards the sky, ready to fire my warning shots. In my life, even the basic stuff never goes like it's supposed to. Normally, when a wife is going to leave home, she'll make a scene or at least sit everyone down for a serious conversation. But Laura just disappeared. The children in the stories always stand on the side of the mother, but all three of our sons supported me. The in-laws always blame the husband for making their daughter unhappy. But now Sally, Laura's mother, well, we sort of have a pact. The fellow Laura ran off with is young enough to be her son. I hear he's 30 years old. Of all the possible information a man can know about his wife's lover, I get hit with that. Fortunately, Laura's mother doesn't like the way it sounds either. Sally figures this guy just thought he'd have some fun with a mature woman, but he'll be back chasing college girls before the year is out. So we have an agreement. Sally's gonna track down Laura and try to reason with her, and we'll arrange a meeting. Meanwhile, I'm supposed to not do anything stupid, which of course means anything at all. It's a crazy situation. I'm the police chief, and the person I'm trusting to find my wife is an old woman armed with a phone book. But I can't afford to lose Sally as an ally. So for the moment, I had to swallow my pride.
Hello.
Mrs. Markham, this is Boyd.
Oh, is there any news?
That's what I wanted to ask you. Have you found anything? An address, phone number? Have you spoken to her?
Don't worry, Jack. I've narrowed the range to 2 suspects, or whatever you like to say at your police building.
At my police building, we find people faster than a funny old woman chirping on the phone with my wife's girlfriends.
Oh, you're an old man, Jack. Come to your senses. They'd give us straight odds on the street. But I've got more energy, Jack. Maybe you think I'm a foolish old woman, but I go to my book club, argue with the girls about Byron, and it gives me energy. I talk to my dogs, and it gives me energy. And you have nothing, Jack. You don't even have a hobby. You got no passion. It's why Laura left you.
Let's not go back into that, Sally. Find my wife, and we can discuss my hobbies later. I'm waiting for your call, and my patience is running thin. Laura, if you've stopped loving me, I'll let you go. I can't expect the impossible from you. Just don't let me die out here, okay?
Okay. Sure, buddy. This video's getting long. That's okay. We'll do one more day and then we'll call it a day. My father got drunk and beat my mother again. This time it's pretty bad. I like the day off. Yes, but come tomorrow. My son was in a car accident. The doctors are fighting for his life. Just can't manage to work today. Didn't you just ask for the day off yesterday? You're about to get your butt fired, sir. Okay. I want to hand out stripes. How do we do that? Just give a stripe. Give something to Yancey there. He's doing good. We'll hold off on the other stripe until we see what's going on with some of these other people. I want Yancey to start doing great. I don't want a song. Well, okay. Let's see what this is. Ragtime fun. Okay, sure. Okay, a member of the city's cleaning crew saw an elderly man approaching some expensive cars in the parking lot carrying a long iron rod. The whole street could hear him shouting, "Bastard thieves, bloodsuckers." Alright, Yancey, time to prove your new rank. Take Birch with you. He's probably drunk, so be careful. If someone commits a serious crime and flees the scene, the case goes to your detectives. Get it. They investigate the crime scene, interview witnesses, and gather whatever information seems pertinent. One of your detectives will be lead investigator on the case. You can assign additional detectives to any case who will work under the lead investigator. The more professional the lead investigator, the more effective the team. That makes sense. So Mole will be the lead, and we'll put keep Armstrong in the wings just in case. Fire all. Whoa, hey, Black Ops. A racist gang has recently made some trouble in the city. They're capturing black townspeople and beating them to death. They recently sent a message to the local radio station promising to tell all black doctors, firemen, and police we don't need any more dead police, especially not more months. Not mere months before the election. The racists are gaining more and more followers, and even some of our citizens. You'll have to fire all your black employees over the next 2 days due to mounting racial tension. No. No. I'm sorry. I'm not firing any of them.
113 in progress.
A gas station surveillance camera recorded a car that's on the stolen vehicles list. Wow, 4 officers? Really? Okay, let's send you as lead. Okay. Oh god. Detectives are interviewing witnesses, collecting evidence from a scene, and are pursuing the investigation. Expect results. Okay.
Now she can shimmy like Sister K. She's just a
Okay.
dancing queen.
They drove by in a sedan. They shot like a machine gun. I didn't see much. Okay. Black activist Ronnie Moore was found shot outside his apartment. I heard a few muffled shots. Okay, cool. And it doesn't seem like I'm doing anything for this. Okay, report. Offender caught, officers unharmed. Good job, guys. Birch, you're doing better. Okay, what's gonna happen?
1210 in progress.
Okay. Corey Ramsey, mother of several children, has expressed her concerns about a suspicious man wearing bifocals seated on a bench beside the playground. He's been watching the children for over an hour and has taken several photographs of them. Okay, Purdy, you guys go.
We've got a situation here.
Carjacking, suburb. Driver is nowhere to be seen. Offender caught. Officers unharmed. Civilians unharmed. Good. Good job, guys. Way to go. Let's see what the investigation's doing. Details? Okay. There's nothing there. Close. Yeah, no. It still wants me to fire all the black officers. I'm not doing that. Sorry. Yeah. I don't know why that's there. I'm confused. Purdy? Offender caught. Officers unharmed. Good. You're doing great. Mr. Boyd, I'm opening Freeburg's first martial arts club. And for my first exhibit, I want to hold a sparring match between one of my students. Takes on your toughest cop. After the fight, I'll teach your man a few tricks. Something that'll keep him out of the streets. Out on the streets. Oh, that's in Yancey. Go ahead, buddy. He's one of my top cops. I don't know about toughest, though. Ooh, homicide. Your detectives present frames, different versions of what might have happened at a crime scene. Okay. Open investigation. They get it wrong half the time, but a good cop can separate fact from fiction if they know how to look at case materials. The more professional the detectives working on an investigation, the better their instincts. To get your suspects, you need to figure out the true sequence of events at the crime scene using the frames you think likely. Sometimes a little guesswork thrown in, you'll add it up and the sequence fails. I'm probably telling the wrong story. Okay. Drove by in a sedan. He got what he deserved, caused more trouble. Okay, that's not great. Don't remember the car. Police these days don't do nothing. Okay. It says sedan, and a sedan is not a truck. Sound like a machine gun. Muffled shots. Okay, well, I don't know. The rest of those don't make any sense. So, leave that as is.
311A in progress.
The bartender reports that a couple of dancers started fighting over tips, and a cat fight broke out on stage. Well, let's send the young guys. No, we gotta send the professional. Tell me what you see. We'll send Austin and Birch. Alright, you guys take care of this.
311A in progress.
The bartender reported that a fight has broken out between a patron and a bar bouncer. The man, apparently drunk, had climbed on stage while a local singer was performing and tried to sing a duet with her. Okay, Purdy, you take the youngin'. She looks like a rookie. I don't know if that's the truth. Oh, report. Chief, I just about nailed the chap a couple of times, but he was too fast for me and won on points. I don't really understand all their rules, so I can't keep track of the points very well. But he was alright. Even showed me a few tricks. After the match, I got carried away a little and pulled my back. Think I can take the day off? Yancey, dude, I trust you, man. Go ahead.
We've got a situation here.
Fight Kevin's throat bar. On stage, two strippers going at it, and it's gone beyond arguing to a full-on catfight. The bouncer is fast asleep, clearly too wasted to handle the situation, and the drunken patrons are happily watching the fight. Strippers continue to fight, oblivious to the police presence. Step onto the stage, separate the girls. Watch the strippers go at it and don't interfere. I love that one. I don't think that's right, but I love it. If they tried to separate them, it would have been a fight. I guarantee it. But that's good. Officer might have been injured. We don't want that. Okay, so we're waiting for everyone to come back in, right? Because it's the end of the day. Purdy, what's her face is there. Offender caught. Officers unharmed. Boom. Another perfect day. And we're gonna go ahead and end the day. There you guys go, man. This is actually a pretty fun game. A lot of planning and thinking has to go into it, but it's a lot of fun. So if you guys haven't checked it out, go ahead and do so. This is called This Is the Police. Kind of keep playing it, see how it goes. I may not do a full series on it, but I want to do a couple episodes so you guys can get the idea of it, and you can decide for yourself if you want to play it. So anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and smash the like button for me. And if you haven't already done so, go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and share share and favorite this video if you feel like it. It really helps me out. And yeah, so anyways, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.